saying the film is setting up that he's fired. They're doing this interview that's going to come out and it's going to publicly shame him.
I get you.
And his girlfriend, you know, who already was distant, has now lost all interest in him.
Yeah. So anyway, it's basically a carbon copy of Jerry Maguire. So I don't know why he did that. It's a stupid idea to do it again.
And you do the opening narration as well, and you do a lot of first-person camera work where it's everyone looking at him.
Yep, he already did this better. I don't know. And also, Cameron Crowe is writing a movie about his dad dying, right? And grief. But for some reason, he can't survive without this crutch of, like, I'm going to make it about a guy who's on the bottom rung. Then he gets knocked lower. Like...
Yeah.
It's
I would say, too,
stupid.
the main thing that confuses me is why isn't this an app? Why is it shoes?
Well, it's 2000.
Oh, right. I don't know. I was like, I feel like every Office movie should just be about apps now. I get confused.
I do kind of like that it's shoes.
But Ben, you're always obsessed with 90s technology.
Yeah, they got some good flip phones in this movie.
Oh,
True.
don't you get me started.
That's true. With
Remember
some custom ringtones.
Yeah, man. I was all right. We'll get there.
Here's a difference between...
And there's a Suicycle.
Yeah. Here's a
Classic
difference.
90s technology.
But talk about the lower rung thing. Here's the difference between this character and Jerry Maguire. It's a fatal difference, okay?
Yeah.
This character has just given up.
Yeah, sure. He's going to kill himself.
And he's a nerd, and he just doesn't want to fight anymore. He just goes, okay, I fucked up. And it's a character who has no agency whatsoever because he just doesn't give a shit anymore.
So here's the thing, and something I really hate in movies is movies that try to be cute about suicide.
Agreed.
Because, it's fine to obviously explore these themes, but, like, there is literally nothing cuter than, he's going to put a knife on a bicycle that'll stab him to death.
Yeah.
Like, he would have to be, I mean, look, I suppose you could say, like, Orlando Bloom is playing this character like he's basically catatonic, right? He's gone through something so crazy, losing all this money for his company, getting fired and publicly humiliated, that he's, like, emotionless, right?
I don't think that was a deliberate thought.
I don't know if that was either. The movie tries to play it that way by cutting to, like, Bloom in a new location and he's, like, walking like a zombie, right? Like, it's trying to make him look like a zombie.
I think it's just Orlando Bloom having a lack of pathos. I think that's what it is. I don't think this is what he's good at, you know?
But when I'm... Anyway, so when I'm watching a movie of a guy strapping a knife to a bike and, getting ready to die...
Yeah.
I'm not into just him, like, this movie has this, like, very obtrusive soundtrack, music playing over the thing, and Bloom's just sort of like, doop-de-doo, yeah, okay, this'll stab me, okay, good. Phone's ringing. Oh, don't you hate it when your phone's ringing when your knife's about to stab you in the chest?
But
why doesn't he jump off a building? Anything!
There's no urgency to even how miserable he is.
There's no urgency. He doesn't seem emotional.
And the whole movie is sort of like, what an inconvenience. Well, I can't wait to get back home and then kill myself. But it doesn't feel like he's really suffering that much.
No, it doesn't.
Most of the film, you're like, I guess you're feeling better. So at the end of the film, when he's like, I am going to go kill myself, you're like, you're still, that thing still?
Yeah, you don't believe it.
No. And you don't even believe it in the moment when he's on the bicycle.
No, you don't.
So There's no moment where you believe it.
Exactly.
He just seems like a potato.
Yeah, he's a potato. He's a hot potato.
He is a hot potato. Yep. I mean, game recognized game. Guy looks good in this movie.
He does.
And the hair is really on point.
His hair looks nice.
I just kept on thinking about that.
So who's on the other end of the phone? It's forever the sibling on the phone, Judy Greer. I swear to God, this is like the 18th movie I've seen in which Judy Greer drops in for 2 scenes and is basically in the scenes like, you understand why I can't be in the rest of the movie, right? I'm just so busy with kids or something. Anyway, I love you, bye, And you're like, why are you wasting Judy Greer?
Do you know what's craziest about that to me? This film is from 2005. Tragic comedy directed by Cameron Crowe.
Tragic comedy.
I remember before this film had screened at Toronto so disastrously, when it was just sort of on Oscar long list.
It was, certainly.
I remember people going like, maybe Judy Greer in Elizabethtown? Because no one had seen it, and they just went like, she's such a good actress. Feels like she's overdue for a breakout part.
I know what you're saying, but I mean, I remember people really thought Susan Sarandon was going to get an Oscar
I remember both of them being thrown out. And neither of them really have fucking anything to do in this movie.
No.
Sarandon has this one fucking monologue that is insane.
It's awful.
And Judy Greer has like less than nothing.
She's nothing.
But I remember people being like, oh, Cameron Crowe's going to know what to do with Judy Greer.
No.
We all see that Judy Greer is great.
Hasn't she been in a movie of his already? Is she in Vanilla Sky?
Maybe for a moment.
I'm trying to remember. I feel like she's in The Village.
Yes.
So maybe I'm just thinking of that.
She's great in Adaptation.
Yeah.
She's
in it for like 5 seconds.
Adaptation. She's got like 4 scenes in that movie.
She's the waitress.
Yeah, he keeps on going back to the restaurant.
I know. She's good in it.
She's really good in that movie. I find it fascinating that even like 11 years ago, we were like, when is someone going to write a real meaty part for Judy Greer?
Yep.
And we're still fucking waiting.
Saying it. Yeah. She's never even really gotten the right TV show.
I kind of like that one, what was it, Mismatch?
That was Alicia Silverstone.
What was it called? Mistake?
Misguided.
Yes.
Yeah, but that was a flop.
Yeah, I watched every episode, though.
All 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Barnes?
Yeah, no, I remember.
I liked that show.
I think you just like Greer.
I do, but I remember. I mean, I enjoyed watching the show. It was carried by Greer.
Yeah,
she was the X Factor, but
misguided. Generation X, Generation Y meets Generation Y not.
Was that the catchphrase?
No, that was the catchphrase for Accidentally on Purpose, which was a Jenna Elfman gets pregnant show.
Do you know Jenna Elfman has not had one series last past the first season since Dharma and Greg, and she has been on, I believe, 6 series?
True?
Yeah.
Did you know she's a Scientologist?
I did. Do you know that Jenna Elfman's in Krippendorf's Tribe?
Of course I know that. I've seen that film.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Who hasn't?
Most people. It's a weird movie.
Weird movie, though.
Yeah, it's a weird movie.
Will never get made today. Should not have been made back then.
It's both true.
Do you know that film's based on a fucking novel?
A really weird novel. A really gross, sexy novel. Yeah.
It's sexy?
It's more sexually explicit than the film.
Gotta read that.
Do you?
I'm in.
Ben, what do you think of this Krippendorf's Tribe road that we're going down?
I don't even know what any of that means.
All I'm saying is I'm DTRAS.
She was on...
Down to read a sexy novel.